Hello friends! I'm posting this video up on YouTube to let everyone watching know that I have recently been entrusted with 5 copies of Dustforce to give away to some lucky subscribers. Dustforce just so happens to be a pretty cool game, and I think there are quite a few of you who might enjoy a copy. And what better way is there to acquire an independent game than through a process that is both free and legal? As an aside, I made a review of Dustforce that you can find a link to in the video description if you wish to learn more about the game itself. If you're interested in nabbing yourself a copy from me, I'm giving you 2 ways to do so. For the sake of differentiation, not because one is actually hard, I'm calling them the easy way and the hard way. Let's start with the hard way. As with most world-famous people on the internet, shut up, I'm world-famous, I'm planning on milking the hell out of this opportunity. After all, as much as I can try to make Dustforce a bit more famous, I can also try to make myself a bit more famous. Because of this, if you want to win, you have to subscribe to my channel by clicking that shiny button right above my video. But I'm not stopping there. As you might be able to tell from looking through my videos, I'm a game reviewer, and I like to think that I'm a fairly good one. I enjoy making videos like my Dustforce review, but I also tend to despise everything I write. I'm sure that I can find some sort of reassuring quotation from a famous author somewhere on the internet that says that is the mark of a good writer, but my feeling still stands. I recognize that I'm still growing in terms of both my writing and criticizing skills, and this is where my wonderful viewers come in. If you want to win one of 4 copies of Dustforce, I'm asking you to watch some of my reviews, as few or as many as you want, and come up with some sort of criticism or suggestion. For your convenience, I'm also putting a link to my review playlist in the video description. After you've subscribed and watched a few of my video reviews, of course, send me a message entitled Dustforce over YouTube's private messaging system with a link to your Steam profile and a thoughtful idea or 2. Just a heads up though, there are some things that you should not mention. Number 1. Don't try to change my opinion on certain games. I base everything in my reviews around my opinion, and thus I work on formulating my opinion more than anything else. I try my hardest to make every concept I talk about and every example I bring up in support of my opinion. And if things don't fit together, I reconsider my opinion until I can state it as fact in a review without feeling like trash. If you disagree with my opinion, tell me if there were any gameplay elements or stylistic choices or whatever that you think I've forgotten to factor into my review. That sort of suggestion would help me out much more. Number 2. Don't suggest a scoring system. Since I had first begun putting video reviews on YouTube, I felt that no game could be simplified into a numerical value unless that value was pretty vague anyway. And while my older videos, thankfully on a different channel now, are kind of bad at making all of my opinion explicit, I'd like to think that the final paragraphs of my newer reviews bring closure and wrap up everything I mention into one final judgment. For example, I call Hard Reset okay, or I call Vessel deserving of the highest praise. If you want to call me out on something, say that I wasn't very clear in what my opinion of the game actually was, or that something I had mentioned contradicted my final opinion. I'm putting no requirement or limit on length or thoroughness for what you send to me. I only want you to send me some message that doesn't involve those 2 previously mentioned ideas. Because I'm afraid that I'll play favorites, I'm not going to select any winners arbitrarily. Instead, I'm randomizing the selection process, making anything thoughtful a basic requirement rather than a criterion by which I will judge you. If you want, then go nuts by all means, but that won't make you more likely to win. Essentially, I want to give anyone who likes computer games and doesn't absolutely hate me a fair chance. The easy way is, you guessed it, easier. I'm reserving the 5th copy for a lucky winner on SteamGifts.com. If you don't care about my videos but still want a slim chance to win, you can head on over to the Steam Gifts page that you can find once again in the video description. If you don't have an account, just create one by linking your Steam account to the site. If you want, you can enter both branches of the competition. Each copy of Dustforce comes in the form of a key redeemable on Steam. Both parts of the giveaway will end on the 1st of May, which happens to be a very special day in Dustforce's future history. On that Tuesday comes a very special update that outfits the game with a level editor for any customer to use. I'm certain that I'll be playing some of the custom levels. I'll be sure to add all of the winners on Steam and give them their codes as soon as possible. Good luck, and to all the future winners, have fun. Also, I'd like to thank not only Hitbox Team for making Dustforce, but Mary Kish from IndieVidi.com for making this giveaway possible. She's in charge of advertising Dustforce, and she's also a pretty nice person. She contacted me recently with an offer to review an iOS game. But when I told her that I could not because I don't have any iOS devices, she said essentially, "Okay, well here are some Dustforce codes to give away instead." Now here I am. I feel a little indebted to her for this, so I guess the least I can do is recommend her advertising and PR services to any indie developers who happen to be watching this video. Her site is, as always, in the video description. Okay, that's all.